Hey guys, it's Meg and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal ready for July, and let's just get into it. So my theme for my July bullet journal is going to be beach huts, and a bit of random inspiration for this bullet journal. I actually have a shower mat that is beach huts in these three particular colours that I'm using for my setup today, and I just really love how it looks. The colours work really nicely together, and I love beach huts as well. I live near the beach, so I thought this would be a really cute theme to try out for July. So I'm setting up my little beach huts here for my cover page, and I've just got three lined up next to each other. I'm using a ruler for this because they're the front cover and I wanted to make sure they're nice and neat. It's also got quite a lot of lines for the lines going vertically or horizontally on the doors or on the beach hut itself. So I wanted to make sure all the lines are going to be straight. If you prefer a bit more of a sketchy look to your bullet journal, then of course maybe avoid the ruler and you can go with it that way. But I decided to go for the ruler this time. I also have recently got a Pentel brush pen, which is my normal black kind of hand lettering calligraphy pen that I use, and I've got it in this really nice light blue colour, and I just thought this would be perfect to go with the nautical beachy theme, and so that's what I'm going to be using for my titles throughout this setup. So now I'm just colouring in, starting off with the green, which is one of the three main colours for this setup. It's kind of a minty turquoise green, which I really like. Then the next of the three colours is an orange, but a warm reddy orange that I'm going to be using. And then finally I'm using a blue, of course, to go with the nautical theme, and these were the three colours that were on that shower mat that I told you about, so it just so happened that I loved how they look, and that is the inspiration behind this setup. If you've got any funny little stories about where you've got ideas for bullet journal spreads from in the past, then let me know down in the comments. I'm sure we all pull inspiration from so many random things around us in our lives, so I think it's always quite interesting to see where these ideas have stemmed from originally. But I have to say, of these three little beach huts, I do really love the little life ring that is on the left-hand one. I just think it's so cute, so I've incorporated that throughout this setup as well in various places. But if you're thinking of using this spread at home, then don't be afraid to change up the colours or the patterns. You can have stripy ones, you can have the stripes being horizontal, vertical, you can have polka dots, you can have hearts, anything you like, make it your own, or feel free to use the colours that I'm using as well. But as the beach huts are quite busy with all the colours and designs they've got going on, I thought I would keep it a bit more minimalist around it. So I've just got the three beach huts as the star of the show on the cover page, then we've got a few minimalist little seagull drawings up at the top, and just our July hand lettering in that blue brush pen. Then next to the cover page on the right hand side, we're going to have a month at a glance page. So I'm setting up a small calendar up at the top, and this follows the Monday to Sunday from left to right kind of structure, and each box represents a day of the month, of course. And I'm just going to be using this to colour in the days as we go by. I've used this kind of calendar setup before, so it might look a bit more familiar, and as I'd done the cover page on the left hand side, I just thought it would be nice to have a little calendar page on the right to create a nice cover page spread. So I'm decorating this page with another of the life rings. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, but I'm not 100% sure. And I have to tell you that trying to draw a circle with a pen is really not my forte. It's kind of difficult, so you might notice that I made a little bit of a mistake. Just one of the lines went a little bit wonky and ruined the circle shape, so I just used my white gel pen to go over the line that I'd overlined a little bit, and you can't really see it, so that was quite an easy fix. And I would definitely say having a white gel pen is one of those essentials for bullet journaling, as it just makes it so easy to correct any little mistakes that you might make, which are of course normal and they're going to happen. I do it all the time, and I actually do it plenty throughout this video, as you will be seeing, so don't worry about it, but get yourself a good white gel pen. I use the Pentel Energel, and I find that one's really good. It gets a good amount of coverage without being too inky. But back to the spread, I finished off the calendar section by writing this month at a glance across the top, and I filled in all the numbers on the calendar. Then I've just drawn lines down at the bottom, and this is going to be space for any key dates or important information that I need to know throughout the month, because the little boxes on the calendar are just for colouring in to mark the day. So I've left a little bit of space, just half a line per day, for me to write in any major events, a birthday or a deadline, that sort of thing. So this gives me space to colour in the calendar whilst also having space to write any key information I need for the month. So now we're on to the trackers, and I'm setting up a water tracker on this page. This is a spread that I've not used in quite some time, but I thought I would bring it back, as I think it's been about a year since I had one of these in my journal, so thought this could be fun to resurrect. And when I posted this kind of spread on TikTok, it was very popular, so I thought we could include it again, as a lot of you seem to like it. So if you don't know, then the basis of a water tracker is to track how much water you're drinking throughout the day. Obviously, it's really important for you to be staying hydrated and stuff, and I think it's something that quite a lot of people struggle with, just to make sure they remember to drink at all times and stuff. So having a little tracker that you need to fill in your journal is hopefully going to act as a reminder. Now, I'm sure there's loads of different ways you can set one of these up, but this is the simplest way I've found that also still looks quite cool. So I basically have the days of the month down the left hand side. I use the middle section for the title, and I've drawn a little beach hut as the illustration on this page, and then I'm using little water droplet shapes across the page. It's quite tedious to fill in this one, but the end result is always quite good to look at. And basically these water droplets are going to be the things that you fill in each day to represent how much water you've drunk. And this is where bullet journaling really comes into its own, because you can make these little water droplets represent anything that is going to be suitable to you. So if you measure your water intake in cups, you could have one water droplet represents 1 cup of water. If you measure it in milliliters, it could represent 100 milliliters, 500 milliliters, whatever works for you. And that's the water tracker complete. Next, I'm setting up a gratitude log, and this is definitely the simplest of all the spreads that I think you can set up. It's one I would definitely recommend, well, to everyone, but especially to beginners who are just wanting to set up their bullet journal and start getting into it. And this is a spread that doesn't take too much time or creativity, and you can just get straight into using it. So I'm just using the 3 colours that are the main colours in my theme, and I'm using each colour on alternate lines, as you can see. And all you do to fill in this spread is 1 line is given to each day of the month. I'm writing the numbers for the month down the left hand side. You simply write 1 line of something you are grateful for that day, like you're grateful for your really nice cup of tea or coffee that morning, or maybe a really exciting event happened that you're grateful for, anything like that. So it serves as a gratitude practice, but also a bit of a memory journal as well, which is really nice to look back on. Now, I've got my mood tracker and my habit tracker, but I'm really sad to say that I don't have the footage of me drawing this one out, because my camera just decided to ruin things for me, and everything that went wrong on this spread, so this is all I've got to show you, unfortunately. But we've got my mood tracker on the left hand side, which I've used lots of little beach huts for. This took absolutely ages to draw out, and I used a ruler, which I definitely regret. So if you are going to copy this mood tracker, as cute as it looks, I would maybe not use the ruler, and because they're so small, I don't think you're going to notice the difference particularly. Also, if you're going to copy this, try to make sure you can actually count to 31, because apparently I can't do that. So we've got an extra 6 beach huts at the bottom that I've had to colour in. Maybe you thought they were there deliberately, but they actually weren't. I just miscounted. So yeah, this page just didn't go well for me, and we're gonna ignore it. But on the right hand side, I've also got my habit tracker, so I've brought back all the trackers this month, and of course my camera decides to not play ball today. I really hope you like these spreads, and I'm so sorry I don't have the footage for you. But that is it for my July plan with me. So we've got the cover page, calendar page, mood tracker, habit tracker, water tracker, and the gratitude log. I really hope you love this spread as much as I do, and the theme is so cute. I'm loving the colours, so let me know what you think of it down below. Special thanks goes to this week's subscriber shout out, which is Jana. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments and support on my videos. I really appreciate it. But I hope you all loved this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I next upload. And I'll see you in the next one.